Hey there, Christine Pressler here, coming to you from my kitchen today, where I am decanting this beautiful Cottonwood Bud infusion. I collected these buds earlier this year, and once this is decanted, it's called Balm of Gilead. Isn't that beautiful? It is handy for soothing minor muscle and joint aches and skin irritations, and it's also great for including in blends for chest congestion. So we'll be using this reusable filter. This is actually a coffee filter seated in a silicone funnel and in my 16-ounce amber glass Boston Round. These have all been sanitized, so let's get started. That smells so good. Also, if you're wondering, this is parchment paper, and it helps keep the lid from sticking to the jug. This is very, very rich in resin, and so it can get a little sticky there, and I like to include a little bit of parchment on between the jar and the lid of all of my infusions. So we're just going to pour this very gently into the filter. And it does create a little bit of suction. So I'm going to lift it up and you'll see it come through right here. Right there. Can you see it coming through? There we go. Okay, add a little more. I'll be making a salve with some of this for chest colds coming up. And I may even put some in my Etsy store, which incidentally you can find at momaromas.etsy.com. A little bit more. I want to get as much of the oil out of here as possible before I dump all of the remaining buds in the filter, and then I'll just let it drain naturally into the jar, because there is some residual. Now, because this is fresh material, you don't want to squeeze it, which is why it's not in a, I'm not using any cotton cheesecloth in here. I'm just allowing it to filter naturally and gently through the coffee filter. And the nice thing about using a reusable coffee filter is it doesn't absorb any of the oil, so you don't waste any. Okay, all of the oil is pretty much out. I'm gonna let this last bit drain into the funnel. Yep, not much coming out there. So I'm going to upend this whole thing like that. So I'll just let this sit for a while and naturally drain into the bottle. So I've emptied all of the buds into the funnel and am going to allow it to sit here for a little bit. But even after just a few minutes of sitting, there is quite a bit of oil that's still remaining in the buds. I don't know if you can see that, but anyways, it is dripping out several ounces. So I'll let that sit there for a while, and I'll probably get up to the neck of Balm of Gilead. One more thing to show you. This is a bunch of resin that is stuck in the bottom of the jar. This is what makes it so sticky on the top. This resin is also incorporated into the oil itself and is very, very soothing to the skin and naturally healing. You can see that is so sticky. Well, I ended up getting more than I expected. This was all the way up at the neck and it was still going. So I am also collecting it in this smaller 4-ounce bottle, and you can see it's still draining. So maybe I'll get another ounce or two. We'll see. I also want to make sure to label it. So I'm using my handy Nimbot labeler. I'll drop a link to this. It's from Amazon. And there we go. Balm of Gilead, Cottonwood Buds in organic jojoba from HobaCare. I collected the buds in March, and I'm decanting in June. I can't wait to work with this. Now remember how sticky the bottom of the jar was with resin? I wanted to share with you a little tip for getting rid of the resin but not wasting it. Simply pour some high-proof alcohol into your jar, and it will collect, and shake it, and it will collect all of the resin that has collected on the edges and the bottom of the jar. You can see there's still just a little bit left in there, but I'm going to continue to swirl it, and then I will use this as a base for a spray perfume. It is absolutely beautiful. Still smells of alcohol, but once I allow that to evaporate a little bit and I combine it with some other beautiful aromatics, it will be amazing. See the color? That is how much resin was left in this jar. And now this jar is nearly pristine. There we go. Balm of Gilead perfume. Yes. Okay. So we have 16 plus ounces of Balm of Gilead collected, and we have the alcohol collection of the remaining resin that was in the bottle. So this we're going to filter into this sanitized 2-ounce Boston Round amber, and again another funnel. This one we're going to line with an unbleached coffee filter because we want the alcohol to be as free from any deposits as possible. So we'll just pour it through. And again, creates a little bit of a vacuum. So we'll lift that up. It's filtering slowly through. We'll have to let this sit for a bit. Sometimes if it slows down, it helps to just readjust the coffee filter a little bit, especially with a resinous product like this because it does collect. Just about there, a little bit more left. Yep, okay, so you can see there's a little bit of liquid left in there and it's just slowly filtering through. We'll let that filter for about 5 minutes and then we'll come back. Okay, we're back and there's just a little bit left in the bottom. You can see just a small amount, so I'm going to give that a little squeeze. Don't want to break the filter, but I do want to extract every last drop. And there we go. Okay. Oh yeah, that's going to be great. So I'm just putting this directly into a spray top container, and this is 2 ounces. I did collect 2 ounces right up to the neck. So I'll have to decide what to do with it and let you know.